Kindly please settle down. We shall begin the program in 2 minutes. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second Remarkable Alumni Heron Awards, or simply the Raha program, brought to you by the Office of the University Secretary, Center for Alumni Affairs. My name is Cynthia Jose from the Center for Linkages, Career Development and Placement, and I shall be your host for this afternoon's program. Let's all rise for a few minutes and place ourselves in the presence of the Almighty for the doxology to be followed immediately by the national anthem, the Makati hymn, and the UMak hymn.
Let me so nang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisingin, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bagaw, may nilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang tislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw na buwan, hadit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pa, may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Sa Makati, bayan natin ang pala, tahanan ng mga manlalaya na may pagtingin sa bansa. Iwan puso nga namin sa Makati ibibigay. Bawing isip tayo, itaguyod ka natin. Ang magandang simula rin ang magpapaunlad ng bayan. O Makati na aming mahal, galang mo'y itatanghal. O Makati, mahalin natin ating likod. Nawit isip tayo, itaguyod nga natin. Ang magandang simula rin ang magpapaunlad ng bayan. O Makati na aming mahal, ngalan mo'y itatanghal. O Makati, mahalin natin ating likod.
Cheer to the alma mater, University of Makati. Rejoice, we're here onward marching, be it shine, storm, cloud, or rain. Let all our voices keep ringing for the glory of our alma mater, pride of Makati and our fatherland. Beloved UMak proudly stands. Arise, thy sons and daughters, fill the air with the joy of alma mater. Resound our gladness and tidings, every echo by far and near. Yet we are here, beloved UMak, faithfully we brace our mind and spirit. We're proud to be at thy command, future builders of this land. Arise, thy sons and daughters, fill the air with the joy of alma mater. Resound our gladness and tidings, every echo by far and near. Yet we are here, beloved UMak, faithfully we brace our mind and spirit. We're proud to be at thy command, future builders of this land. University of Makati, future builder of this land.
You may all be seated. Once again, welcome to the second Remarkable Alumni Herons Awards, or simply Raha. I hope everyone's just as excited as I am for this afternoon's program. While I feel excited, I also feel very much privileged to be part of the Raha once again this year. Raha was started last year as one of the milestone events of the university as we celebrated our golden year and as a flagship program of the Center for Alumni Affairs to pay tribute to the 50, yes, no less than 50 remarkable alumni who have walked the halls of University of Makati. From its humble beginnings in Buendia to its gradual relocation to a much bigger campus at the outskirts of Makati, and to the proud, sprawling campus along JP Rizal Extension, Makati, that it has become today. Last year, we celebrated the remarkable 50 alumni who brought pride and glory to their alma mater with the promise of igniting even more remarkable herons in the next decade and in the next 50 years and beyond. This year, on UMak's 51st anniversary, the Center for Alumni Affairs, under the leadership of our outgoing University Secretary, Maria Faye Nenet Cariaga, and Center for Alumni Directors, Steve Villacorta, continue Raha as a tradition to shape the next decade, the next 50 years, and beyond with even more remarkable alumni who have forged new stories and new achievements worth recognizing, worth lauding, and worth celebrating. Your success, dear alumni, is after all the best way to exemplify and substantiate the success of your alma mater. Maybe we give a round of applause to our Raha awardees for this year. Let's start off with a round of applause. So we're really, really very proud of our outstanding alumni. You are joined here by some people who, in one way or another, have contributed to your success today. It is our hope that this well-deserved recognition will inspire other alumni, students, faculty, and the rest of the UMak community to forge their own new stories to reap honor and glory for their alma mater, worthy of a royal merit called Raha. Beloved alumni, distinguished City of Makati, officers and officials led by our Vice Mayor Monique Lagdameo, University of Makati officials led by President Elixir Ramos, special guests, colleagues, and friends, welcome to the second Remarkable Alumni Heron Awards. We shall now begin the awarding ceremony program with the welcome remarks from our outgoing University Secretary and incoming Vice President for Planning, Research, and head, of course, of the steering committee of Raha, our very own Dr. Maria Faye Nenet Cariaga. Let's all welcome her with a round of applause.
Good afternoon po to everyone. To our Mayor, Abigail Marlene Binay, to our Vice Mayor, Monique Lagdameo, Councilor Benedict Baniked, our AUAI President, the Management Committee led by the newly elected President, Professor Elixir C. Ramos, Professor Ederson D.T. Tapia, the new Vice President for Academic Affairs, Engineer Luke Ivan Moro, our Vice President for Finance, Attorney Jewel Bulos, our Vice President for Administration, Mr. Virgilio Tabu, our Vice President for Student Services and Community Development, and of course to our newly appointed University Secretary, Ms. Juvie Hermosura. To all the deans, college secretaries, department chairs, heads and directors, faculty members, and of course, to our dearest alumni, special mention to our awardees, together with their loved ones and guests. Welcome to the awarding ceremony of our remarkable Alumni Herons, the Raha Awards 2023. Palakpakan naman po natin sila. Of course, I would also like to recognize our Raha 2023 selection panel, Dr. Amelia Paje, Dr. Marivic Huizon, Professor Mayna Marie Nerona, Mr. Ray Blanco, Miss Ana Sophie Perdigon. Good afternoon po. And then of course, our institute and college-based alumni coordinators. Good afternoon po sa ating lahat. As the outgoing university secretary, I witnessed how the Center for Alumni Affairs, in coordination with AUAI of UMak, worked for the improvement of alumni engagement through its dynamic programs in building a stronger relationship with our alumni. A special mention, of course, to Director Steve Villacorta. Palakpakan natin si Sir Steve and his team. And, of course, the immediate former director, Brand Kaday. We expect more of these engagements as we move beyond our 50 years. It is the goal of every educational institution to ultimately contribute to our country's social and economic progress through the graduates it produces. In our case, at the University of Makati, graduates who are uniquely adaptive, resilient, socially responsible, lifelong learners. Alumni outcomes and their relevant contributions are the best gauge of whether an institution has fulfilled its promise, its educational objectives. That is why it is highly important to build a strong alumni network, to reconnect, to give back, and to inspire excellence and service at the very heart of every Heron. We hope that all of our Raha recipients, 2022 and 2023, will be our passionate lead advocates in the Retrace program, which means rebuild, track, connect, and engage program of the university. We look forward to having more interactions with all of our alumni Herons through the collective efforts of the Center for Alumni Affairs, the Association of UMak Alumni Incorporated, colleges, institutes, and the entire UMak community, of course, with the rest of our stakeholders. So, to our alumni Herons, may you continue achieving more with the desire to give more. So, blessed afternoon, and once again, welcome to our Raha Awards 2023.
Okay, thank you so much, Yusek Cariaga, our outgoing university secretary. Later, we shall officially introduce you to our incoming university secretary beginning this school year. At this point, we'd like to hear from our special guest for this afternoon. A very special message to our alumni. Let's all give a round of applause to the Vice Mayor of the City of Makati, Honorable Monique Lagdameo.
thank you very much. A very pleasant afternoon, of course, to our UMak family headed by President X, to all the awardees and all the alumni present. Greetings of heartfelt congratulations from the City Government of Makati, headed by, of course, our Mayor Abby Binay, our representatives in Congress, Congressman Luis Campos, Congressman Kid Peña, and all the city councilors. It does make us so proud to see the products of University of Makati. And just like in the song of UMak, in the school song, nation builders. So we do hope that with all the education, the quality education, the university and the city has set forth and provided you with, we do hope that you do not forget how to help, how to pay it forward, how to make sure that you become an inspiration to others, especially at UMak. Malaki po ang ginugugol ng pamalang lungsod sa ating sektor ng edukasyon dahil isa po ito sa sektor na talagang binibigyan po ng pansin at malapit po sa puso ng ating mahal na mayora. So sana po kung anuman po ang naibigay, anuman po ang nailatag para sa inyo, sana po isa puso po ninyo ang pagiging una, pagiging Heron at pangalawa, pagiging Makatisen. Sana kahit saan po kayo magpunta, ipagmalaki po natin na ganito ang kalidad ng edukasyon na naibibigay ng ating universidad at ng ating syudad. Dahil kayo na po ang mga living examples of how good and what kind of quality education you get from the University of Makati. So dalhin niyo po kami sa inyong mga nararating, sa inyong mga naaabot, dahil kami po sa pamalaang lungsod, sigurado pong lagi po namin ipagmamalaki na kayo po e produkto ng University of Makati. Congratulations po ulit. Magandang hapon po.
Maraming salamat sa aming Vice Mayor. As you can see, our City Government of Makati is always supportive. They always make sure that there is presence in each and every one of our events, including, of course, it's very important, Raha. So tandaan po, always remember to our alumni, lagi po nating tandaan as what our Vice Mayor said, being a Heron and being Makatizens, two things that go with being an alumni of the University of Makati. So at this point, maybe to let our alumni recall more about the university, and even for all of us here at the University of Makati, we'd like to show you a few of our institutional videos para din po natin ma-realize how big and how remarkable the University of Makati has become after 51 years.
I was born in what could be one of the darkest years in our country's history, the year martial law was born. I was born to a mother who at the time of my birth was still young, showing signs of promise, but still in a stage of trying to find her place in the sun. At the age of 14, I found a new father, one of the few figures that came out of the revolution that swept the country. I didn't know it then, but it was with him that my journey into this world would start to unfold. A year after that, and to serve my mother better, my father gave me a new name. At a young age of 19, I had another change in name. But this time, my mother was already a dazzling star among her peers. Her niche clearly established, without doubt under the wise and deft steering hands of my father. With my mother's fame clearly entrenched, I also flourished. It became clear that my life and purpose and my mother's life are intimately intertwined. She feeds and nourishes me, but I also nourish her and help cement her growing fame. A fame that even outshined the capital city. At 22, my father moved me to a new home to be closer to the people I have been born to serve. The same people my mother and father served with unquestionable zeal. By the age of 23, my mother's fame has finally reached its peak. The years of hard work and deliberate effort to be at par with the world's progressive places paid off. Over the years, my mother came to be known as the financial capital of the country. At 27, my father found the kindred spirit. This kindred spirit emboldened me. I dared to dream. I learned to spread my wings. I tried new things and ventured into unknown waters. I forged friendships and offered new things to the people I serve. At the prime age of 30, I am finally licensed to use the name I was born to wear. It has been 16 years of using a name that is a symbol of pinnacle of excellence. In that span of time, I have had my share of success. Success that made my mama proud. I have won gold medals. There were challenges too. Challenges that someone with a weak spirit would find it tough to surmount. Yes, I tripped. There were times I was sidetracked. But I learned. It's part of the learning process. Now, at 46 and nearing my golden years, I am tougher and stronger. I am ready to take on new challenges. But more than that, I am ready for more goals. Who am I? I am University of Makati. I am UMak. I am a Heron. Watch me fly.
With its strong roots grounded on its duty to fulfill its mission and vision, and its reach stretching skyward into limitless possibilities, the University of Makati soars through its 50th founding anniversary. Endowed in full regalia of its top-notchers, world-class athletes, and globally competitive industry professionals, UMak humbly stands ready to ignite the dreams of future Herons.
The University of Makati was founded in 1972 as Makati Polytechnic Community College, also known as MPCC. MPCC offered technical vocational programs in industrial and business technology. In 1987, MPCC was renamed Makati College. The Philippine Army turned over the Fort Andres Bonifacio College to the municipal government of Makati and merged with Makati College in 1990. In 1991, Makati College was renamed Pamantasan ng Makati by virtue of Municipal Order Number 433. To be more globally competitive, Pamantasan ng Makati changed its name to University of Makati, or UMak, in 2002 through City Ordinance 2002-111, paving the way for education innovations in the City of Makati.
So those were our videos compiled actually through the years from just before our road to 50th. I remember the first video. Let me just make special mention of the writer of that video. Very, very touching, gives you the goosebumps. Our very own Vice President for Finance, Engineer Luke Ivan Moro. So let's recognize him. So that video always gives me the goosebumps. So even up to now, even beyond our 50th year. So now that we have all been refreshed about the University of Makati, this week is actually also a milestone year for the university because we also created history. Now as an officially recognized, institutionally recognized university of the Commission on Higher Education, we have also created a milestone for this year. I would like to introduce our officially proclaimed president of the University of Makati. This is a milestone for the university, and I believe this is your official function to give a message to the UMak community. Let's all give a round of applause to our president, Dr. Elixir Ramos.
Salamat, Ma'am Cynthia. At magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat, Vice Mayor Monique, fellow MANCOM officials, fellow workers in the city government and also at the University of Makati. At syempre sa ating mga bibigyan na parangal ngayong hapon na ito, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Gaya nga po na nabanggit ni Ma'am Cynthia, we are celebrating a lot of milestones after our 50th, our 51st year. This year, we have achieved our institutional recognition from the Commission on Higher Education. And just yesterday ba, the other day, we just received another good news when I was the OIC. And I was asked what is my goal for the university. I said that the University of Makati to be the first local university to be ranked globally, included in the World University Rankings. And pang 186 po tayo as the most innovative university sa buong mundo. And we are the only local university in the Philippines that made the list. And among universities here in the Philippines, we're ranked 28 doon po sa World University Rankings. Binabahagi ko po yung magandang balita na yan kasi hindi naman po natin maaatim yan kung hindi po dahil sa ating mga bibigyang parangal ngayong hapon na ito. A couple of weeks ago, kami po ni VP Hill, kasama ng ibang mga opisyal ng ating pamantasan, ay bumisita po sa Tawi-Tawi. No? Nag-distribute po tayo ng mga school supplies. At nung nandun po kami, may 2 klase ng estudyante na meron po kaming nakasalamuha. Yung isa po ay dati nating student athlete na nakapagtapos sa University of Makati, nakapasa bilang isang lisensyadong guro, at ngayon bumalik sa kanyang probinsya upang magsilbi bilang isang guro. Ang sabi nga po niya sa amin, although hindi ko siya personal na nakausap ni VP Hill, sabi niya, alam niyo sir, kung hindi ako nabigyan ng pagkakataon na makapag-aral, malamang hanggang ngayon, seaweed farmer po ang bagsak ko. At hindi po kami makakaahon sa kahirapan. Yung mga magulang ko po, seaweed farmers. Yung nabigyan po ako ng pagkakataon para makapag-aral ng libre. No? At ito po ay hindi lamang para sa mga residente ng Makati, kung hindi isang pribilehiyo na binibigay natin. Basta magaling ka, ay pwede kang mabigyan ng pagkakataon na makapag-aral ng kolehiyo. Ngayon, habang nag-uusap po, ngayong nagbibigay ako ng talumpati ngayong hapon na ito, ang balita nga po sa amin na binigay ni VP Hill ay pinapasubmit na siya ng kanyang mga papers para maka-hire na siya at makapagsimula na bilang isang guro sa darating na school year. Yung isa naman po na estudyante na na-meet namin ay ang Vice Governor ng Tawi-Tawi. Bilang isang vice-gobernador, marami ka naman pwedeng puntahan na pamantasan. May kakayahan ka naman na magbayad. At sa antas na narating mo na sa buhay, pwede kang makapamili talaga kahit pa sa pamantasan sa ibang bansa. Ngunit dahil pinili niya yung University of Makati, nagpapatunay lamang na narating na rin natin yung antas na masasabing magaling ang ating pamantasan at pinagnanasahan ng mga estudyante. Sabi ko nga po, ngayong taon na to, humigit kumulang 25,000 mga bata ang nagnanais makapasok sa ating pamantasan. Ngunit wala pang 4,000 ang tinatanggap natin kada taon dahil yun lang ang ating absorptive capacity. No? So, hindi po kagaya nung mga unang panahon na tayo pa talaga yung makikiusap para lang makapaghikayat ng estudyante na pumasok sa ating pamantasan. Hindi kagaya ng mga unang panahon na tayo pa'y makikiusap sa mga employer para lang bigyan ng OJT, on-the-job training, yung ating mga estudyante. Ngunit itong bibigyan natin ng parangal ngayong hapon na ito, ay sabi nga po mga remarkable Herons. Dahil despite the image that the university had then, wherein we haven't reached the heights and the prestige that we have today, still you have chosen to become a Heron, and you made the University of Makati proud because of your achievements. At sana po itong sa simpleng parangal na inaalay ng pamahalaang lungsod at saka ng University of Makati para po sa inyo ay sana maging inspirasyon pa sa mga estudyante namin dito. Dahil kung tutusin po, ito nga pinag-uusapan namin ni Mayor, ni Vice, Sobra-sobrang una talaga ang biyayang binibigay natin sa ating mga estudyante. To the point na yung feeling ng entitlement napakataas. Sana kayo magsilbing inspirasyon talaga na yes, the city has resources, enormous resources that can help provide quality education. But our students and our graduates also has a responsibility to become model citizens and to give back. And I think that is one of the criteria why you are being honored this afternoon. Your selfless giving back. Hindi man sa syudad, but giving back yourself, no, to be of service to others and to make our country a much better place to live. So, mula po sa City Government of Makati at saka sa University of Makati, maraming salamat po sa inyo for making the University of Makati proud and for you being called true Herons. Yung dalawang halimbawa po na binigay ko, yung estudyante na nabigyan ng pagkakataon na maiahon ang kanyang sarili sa kahirapan at ang kanyang pamilya sa kahirapan, patuloy pa rin po ang misyon na yan dito sa ating pamantasan. Ngunit sabi ko nga, hindi naman masamang mangarap na hindi lang tayo maging kakaiba, kung hindi magaling din. At yung achievement natin na nabigyan tayo ng institutional recognition at mapasama sa World University Rankings at pinagnanasahan na ay isang patunay na there is no other way but up for the University of Makati. At sana sa mga darating panatagumpay ng ating pamantasan ay patuloy pa rin namin kayong makasama. Magandang hapon po at maraming salamat.
Thank you, President Ramos. That's truly inspiring. And yung lahat po nung sinabi po nung ating presidente ay totoo po yun. During the pandemic, maybe some schools were at a standstill, but the university, the officials, the faculty, the employees, and of course the alumni continued to work as hard or even harder even through the pandemic. That's why we were able to achieve not only our institutional recognition this year, but also be part of the very prestigious World University Ranking. And as what President Ramos said, 128th. So not bad for a first-timer and the first local university to be part of the ranking. So thank you, Elixir Ramos. Under your leadership, we continue to reach greater heights and hopefully even greater, higher and really outstanding levels in the few years to come. Okay. So at this point, I know that you are all very excited to know who our give recognition to our awardees, but it is also important to recognize the selection process and the Raha selection panel. Last year was the first time we introduced Raha, the Remarkable Alumni Herons Awards, and last year was actually a milestone year for the university, 50 years. So we had 50 awardees, but this year, we are on our 51st year, but we are still giving out awardees kasi tuloy-tuloy po ang mga outstanding alumni natin. So hindi po natin pwedeng parang to put to a stop to it simply because this is not a milestone year. So this year, we still have the Raha Awards, and there were some changes made during the selection process. First of all, the selection committee, the selected committee members are now consistent, and the idea is for the committee members to be the same. The designations at least will be the same in the next few years. Also in terms of those who are qualified, there were a few changes made. Deceased alumni with outstanding success or recognition may also be nominated, so this will be a posthumous award. The nominee must not be a full-time employee of the University of Makati for the last 10 years. and the nominee cannot be an incumbent officer of the Board of Trustees of the Association of UMak Alumni. Also, the alumni who were nominated from previous years but did not win may be nominated again. So I believe these are really new criteria that is very important to include in the criteria to make it really more fair for everyone and to help ensure those who see the awardees that everything was, the selection was done fairly and judiciously. All right. So as I mentioned, there was a selection committee panel for this who were working hard in the last several months, I believe, right, Sir Steve? And it is now very crucial to introduce our list of Raha selection panel. We'd like to begin with the supervising MANCOM, the former university and now Vice President for Planning and Research. We'd like to call on stage Dr. Maria Faye Nenette Carriaga. And of course, the equally hardworking members of the selection committee, we'd like to introduce the representative from the Association of UMak Alumni Incorporated, and of course, former president. Let's all welcome Assistant Professor Mayna Marie Nerona. From our Faculty Federation, we'd like to call on the representative, Associate Professor Marivic Huizon. I'd like to call on stage the University Student Council representative, Ms. Ana Sofia Perdigon. Of course, we have the representative. And of course, last but not the least, our University Registrar, Professor Amelia P. Paje. Allow me to read the certificate citation for our Raha selection panel. This certificate of appreciation is hereby presented for their invaluable contribution as part of the selection panel of the Remarkable Alumni Heron Awards 2023, given this 19th day of May 2023 at the basketball court of the Health and Physical Science Building, University of Makati, JP Rizal Extension, West Rembo, Makati, signed by Dr. Elixir C. Ramos. All right, at this point, we'd like to call on stage the members of our management committee for some photo ops, to be led, of course, by Dr. Elixir Ramos, our president. Also, of course, our Vice Mayor, Monique Lagdameo. May we call you on stage for the photo ops. May we also request the other members of our management committee, our Vice President for Administration, Attorney Jewel Bulos, our Vice President for Finance, Engineer Luke Ivan Moro, our Vice President for Student Services and Community Development, Professor Virgilio Tabu, and of course, our incoming University Secretary, Ms. Juvie Hermosura. May I also make special mention that included in the selection committee is the UMak Admin Employees Association representative, Mr. Ray Blanco. Thank you again to our hard-working selection committee. Hindi po mabilis yung ginawa nilang pagsiselect because there are a lot of applications, a lot of nominations for the award, but they had to narrow it down to 10. Until finally, we have the 10 awardees to be awarded this afternoon. Okay, at this point, we'd like to call on stage the representative from the Association of UMak Alumni Incorporated. She is also the auditor and former president, to give a short message to our recipients. May we call on stage Dr. Professor Mayna Marie Neron.
On behalf of our president under AUAI, please allow me to read Councilor Bodek Baniked's message to our awardees. To the University of Makati community headed by President Elixir Ramos, and with our Honorable Management Committee, Vice President Ederson Tapia, Vice President Virgilio Tabu, Vice President Engineer Luke Moro, Vice President Attorney Jewel Bulos, Vice President Maria Fayninet Cariaga, our USEC, Ms. Juvie Hermosura, to the Deans and Directors of the University of Makati, to our dear faculty members, admin staff, to our outstanding alumni awardees and guests, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Again, we are gathered here today to commemorate the success of our beloved University of Makati alumni. This afternoon, we are honoring 10 men and women who contribute great distinction to the university in all fields, including business, community, and public service. Through their professional accomplishments and involvement with the university and to the community, these alumni have set the bar for our students and fellow alumni. They represent the life-changing impact to the University of Makati's education. Congratulations to them all. Makati residents have received an exceptional and accessible education from the university for the past 51 years. And today, the university is recognized nationally and internationally for providing their dear students with an educational of the highest caliber and a distinct path to a career. Never before has our commitment to our students have been stronger. Our university, your university, is thriving. Thank you all, and particularly today's honoraries, for your support and for helping to make UMak the outstanding institution or university that is. Again, good afternoon and mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you, Professor Nerona. At this point, to keep us even more in suspense of who the winners of this year's Raha are, we'd like to call. We're going to have a short intermission to be rendered by our very energetic UMak Dance Extreme. Let's give a round of applause for the UDX.
Pagbagong tunay tungo sa kalaman. Dito makikita ligaya at saya. Saan pa papunta kundi dito na. Maraming tataka, saan daw to banda? Di nila makita ako ay natawa. Ako yung nasabi, di kayo magsisisi. Pagkat ang hanap nyo ay nandito na. Tara na, samahan nyo ko. Iba rin ang pangarap nyo. Sabay
Thank you so much for that very energetic presentation. Medyo kulang yung introduction ko kanina. So accompanying the UMak, the UDX is of course our very equally energetic UMak Jammers. Doon po sa aming I Love UMak na kanta na I guess most of our students know maybe even better than the UMak hymn. But anyway, so UMak Jammers and the UMak Dance Extreme. And so now finally, we come to the most important part of the program, finally, the awarding of certificates of appreciation to the Raha selection panel. So before I introduce the winners of our Raha for this year, of course, we will be giving them the awardees. So may I call on stage our university and city officials to personally hand out the awards to our winners. May we call on stage our Honorable Vice Mayor Monique Lagdameo, together with the members of our management committee, led of course by our president, Dr. Elixir Ramos, our Vice President for Administration, Attorney Jewel Bulos, our Vice President for Finance, Engineer Luke Ivan Moro, our Vice President for Student Services and Community Development, Professor Hil Tabu, our Vice President for Planning and Research, Dr. Nenet Cariaga, and of course, our incoming University Secretary, Miss Juvie Hermosura. Let's call them on stage. Medyo mahaba-habang pag-stay on stage po, so we request your indulgence as we award our recipients, 10 recipients of the award. All right, our first recipient of the awardee is Mr. Albino Aliado. He is a graduate of the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration 2001 and of course Master in Public Administration 2009. We'd also like to call on stage the companion, the daughter represented by Ms. Robiel Ann Aliado, together with a representative from the College of Governance and Public Policy, if we have. Ms. Aliado is a Senior Occupational Health and Safety Inspection Officer at the Dubai Municipality. All right. Our second awardee is Ms. Ayla Bergado Urea, BSc major in English, 1991 cum laude. Ms. Urea is Public School District Supervisor at the Department of Education, Manila. All right, our third Raha 2023 recipient is Lieutenant Colonel Raymond Cueva, BS Computer Science, major in Object-Oriented Programming in 2003. Lieutenant Cueva is Strategy Management Branch Chief at the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Our fourth Raha 2023 recipient is Miss Maria Rodessa Dioneda Gagtang, BEED major in early childhood education in 2013, graduated magna cum laude. She is currently the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Asian Christian Theological School and Colleges. Let's give a round of applause for Miss Dioneda Gagtan. Thank you so much, Mrs. Gagtan. Our fifth Raha 2023 recipient is Major Clifford Fidakan, BS Computer Science, major in Object-Oriented Programming in 2003. Major Fidakan is Combat Engineer Officer and Disaster Responder of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Thank you, Major Fidakan, and thank you to Dr. Ramos, Professor Tabu, and of course our Honorable Vice Mayor. We will call on stage the second batch of Management Committee members. Thank you po for indulging Sir X, VP Tabu, and of course Vice Mayor. So now we are again begging the indulgence of our Management Committee members. We have, of course, coming up on stage is our Vice President for Administration, Attorney Jewel Bulos, our University Secretary, Ms. Juvie Hermosura, Engineer Luke Ivan Moro, our VP for Finance, and of course, Dr. Maria Faye Nenet Cariaga, our Vice President for Planning and Research. Our sixth Raha 2023 recipient is Dr. Noriel Lastrolo, BS Marketing, graduate in 2015. Dr. Lastrolo is Associate Professor of Olivares College. Lastrolo was awarded Best Thesis at the Taguig City University Master of Business Administration program. He earned his doctorate at the age of 28. He is also a volunteer TESDA Region 6 lecturer. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Lastrolo. Our sixth awardee is Police Lieutenant Rance Nico Munoz, BS Computer Science, major in Application Development. He graduated in 2013. He is Section Chief of the Plans and Training Division for IT, Philippine National Police. He is the first in the PNP pinabagsik class to become a Police Lieutenant Section Chief of the National Support Unit and aide-de-camp of high-ranking officials. He is a recipient of police medals, citations, and several badges such as Medalya ng Paglilingkod sa Luzon, Medalya ng Kagalingan, Medalya ng Kadaghalaan, and so many more. Our seventh awardee is Mr. Noli Orejas, Technical High School graduate in 1985, Associate in Commerce graduate in 1989, and BS Commerce major in Marketing awardee 1990. So 3 times po siya na graduate po ng ating University of Makati. Mr. Orejas is a former Student Council Public Relations Officer and CAT Officer in 1985 at the Makati Polytechnic Community College and former ROTC Corps Commander in 1989 at the Pamantasan ng Makati. He is now the Director for Administration and Marketing at the Alarm Security and Investigation Services Incorporated. The BS Commerce major in marketing graduate served as the Vice President for External Affairs at the Association of UMak Alumni, Inc. for 2 consecutive terms from 2014 to 2018. Congratulations again to Mr. Orejas. Our 9th awardee is Mr. Mark Talahiban. He is a BS Computer Science major in Object-Oriented Programming 2003. He is represented by CCIS Professor Ali Naim. Mr. Talahiban was involved in different projects at the College of Computing and Information Sciences, such as the NEM Blockchain Workshop in collaboration with NEM Philippines and DynaQuest. He initiated the CCS Batch 2003 basketball event and donated cash, books, and equipment to the college and became a member of the college thesis panel. Congratulations again to Mr. Mark Talahiban. And thank you, Professor Naim. Last but not the least, we have our 10th recipient, Ms. Mary Lynn Villar, Bachelor in Elementary Education. She graduated in 2000. She is presently Reading Specialist and Teacher, Comembo Elementary School. Aside from those recognitions, she is also DepEd TV Video Lesson Presenter in English 1. She has become a guest writer in various inspirational Christian books, was interviewed in Alagang Kapatid, hosted by Cheryl Cosom on TV5 because of her love for reading and her outstanding contribution to teaching young learners, and awarded as Outstanding Leader of the Rotary International 2017 with 6 stars. Congratulations again to our 10th awardee, Ms. Mary Lynn Villar. May we call on stage all our 10 recipients to have one final group photo with our MANCOM members, Mr. Albino Aliado, Ms. Ayla Bergado Urea, Lieutenant Colonel Raymond Cueva, Ms. Maria Rodessa Dioneda Gagtan, Major Clifford Fidacan, Dr. Noriel Lastrolo, Police Lieutenant Rans Nico Munoz, Mr. Noli Orejas, Mr. Mark Talahiban, and Ms. Mary Lynn Villar. Thank you very much and congratulations to our 10 awardees. And thank you again for the graciousness and indulgence of our management committee for the photo ops. Give another round of applause to our 10 recipients of the Raha Awards 2023. Okay, at this point, kailangan mapakinggan naman po natin ang ating mga awardees. So we would like to call back on stage one of the recipients of the Raha 2023 for the response from the alumni. May we call on stage Miss Ayla A. Bergado Urea. She is BSE major in English, cum laude. She graduated cum laude, and she is currently Public School District Supervisor of the Department of Education of Manila. A big round of applause for Miss Urea.
Hello. Okay. To Honorable Abigail Marlene S. Binay, to our Vice Mayor Monique Lagdameo, to that's our beloved Vice Mayor Monique Lagdameo, to Dr. Elixir C. Ramos, our University President, to Dr. Maria Faye Ninette M. Cariaga, University Secretary, to Councilor Benedict B. Banique, the President of the Association of UMak Alumni INC, to Mr. Steve R. Villacorta, Director, Center for Alumni Affairs, to the Management Committee of the Remarkable Alumni Herons Award, to all other UMak officials. I was not able to mention your name. Fellow awardees, to my professors who are here today, and to those who are retired from the service, to all guests who are witness today of this great occasion, and to my beloved husband and Leo and daughter Pebbles, blessed afternoon to all. I am very grateful to be selected as one of the recipients of the 2023 Remarkable Alumni Herons Award. It is truly an honor that I will cherish in my entire life. Thank you so much to one of the best professors I had, Sir Toby Vargas, for the nomination. My sincere thanks also to the Management Committee of the Remarkable Alumni Herons Award for bestowing upon me this such honor. Thank you also to Sir Steve R. Villacorta. Sir, where are you, sir? Sir Steve, okay. And to the alumni staff. Ayun pala si Sir. Nice meeting you po. And to the alumni staff for all the updates and messages for this event, and to all soon to be our engagement. I am very much delighted to be of help to my beloved university in all capacity that I may do. It is my way to pay forward to what this university have done to my life. And of course, congratulations to my fellow awardees. It is great to be in front of distinguished people from the university that molded me to be who I am today after 32 years. 32 years na po nakalipas. Though this is not the building that I used to explore during my college days, since I am from Hilpuyat campus, from Buendia campus po ako. With its former names from Makati Polytechnic Community College to Makati College to Pamantasan ng Makati. But the vibes and the ambience of its greatness is so strong that I can feel and imagine my great professors who molded me to be the best in my chosen career. Thank you so much to Dr. Leticia Velasco, our college dean din, Ma'am Amelia Paje, Ma'am Milagros Torres, Sir Conrado Pascual, Ma'am Bernadette De Jesus, the heartthrob Prof. Sir Richelu De Magante, Ma'am Nancy Soria, Ma'am Norma Espiritu, Ma'am Edita Chan, Dr. Juana Mahusay, Ma'am Nilda Cas, and of course, to Sir Angelito Vargas and to Sir Joel Platon. They were my unforgettable and supportive professors who, aside from the fact that they gave me high grades, they made such an impact in my career to be the molder of the young and to be an educator and to give the best of me in everything that I do. Studying in Makati College was such a blessing in my life. I am not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. My mother was a plain housewife, and my father was a simple salesman. I am also grateful to our kapitbahay then who accompanied me to enroll in Makati Polytechnic Community College because we were really cannot afford to study in schools who have high tuition fees. So habang nagkikwento po si President kanina, kinikilabutan po ako kanina. So totoo po yun. Because at that time, I really want to be a flight attendant actually, to maximize the use of my height sana, no. But the only course that was open then was education. The one who was enrolling me told me, "Ining, wag ka sa elementary, matangkad ka. Kawawa yung mga bata, sasakit ang leeg sa'yo. So sa secondary ka." So okay, that was the purpose of my height, no. I was not meant to be a flight attendant, but meant to be an educator. I was coming to school with only 20 pesos as my baon, minsan 50 pesos. Kapag malaki ang kita ng tatay ko, 100 pesos, in which it happened once in a blue moon. We were then paying 100 pesos as tuition fee. Then, as Makati resident, we were half scholars. We will pay in half. And as a Dean Lister every semester, my tuition fee was discounted to the extent that I am studying for free in my entire stay in Makati College. Lagi akong laman ng library because I don't have the means to buy new books, neither photocopy our lessons. Sinusulat ko lang po yun, kinokopya, and I am so thankful kapag nakakahiram po ako ng books in the library. Why I am telling all of these stories to you? Because if not with the opportunity given to me by this institution, I will not be able to finish college. That's why this institution was really a blessing in my life. It's really the universe who made my way to be here in this institution. Because in here, I found my purpose. Because in here, I discovered what role I played in this stage of life. And because in here, I found the drive to be of service to others and to be an impact in the lives of others. As I look back at my years here, I can say college life was the most unforgettable and best in my life. Sabi nila, di ba? Sabi nila, high school life daw ang unforgettable. Pero sa akin, hindi po. It's college life. And my stay in Makati College, I confirm, was the best. The education I received here, both within and outside the classroom, prepared me to contribute to an increasingly advanced and interconnected global society. The experiences and exposure given to us equipped me to be who I am now. The college management and our professors trained us the love for teaching. They were our role models. The wisdom and advices given to us still lingers in my ears that reminded me every day to perform in my best as a public servant. Allow me to read one of the letters I received from one of my professor, Sir Joel Platon. Sir Joel, thank you so much wherever you are in heaven. Which he wrote, I received that note in my graduation souvenir program. Sabi niya, "Dear Ayla, always remember the pamantasan ng Makati made you to be a molder of the young. And I believe with all my heart that you have all the power to affect the lives and make them persons that God wanted them to be. Keep the burning desires of reaching out, and make other lives more meaningful and colorful." I may say, the wishes in that simple letter were already fulfilled. As a public schools district supervisor in DepEd Manila now, I am not only affecting the lives of our learners, but as well as our educators. Through our programs and projects that geared towards giving quality education, making the lives of our learners and educators not only meaningful, but also colorful. To Makati Polytechnic Community College, to Makati College, to Pamantasan ng Makati, now University of Makati, I am so grateful to you. I am one of your UMak graduates, and I may say, I am proud of that. I will always carry with me that I am a hero, that I belong to the great brave clan of champions. Thank you so much, and God bless us all.
Thank you so much to our recipient of the Raha awardee, and to the message from Ms. Ayla Bergado Urea, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, graduate in 1991. She graduated cum laude, and siya po talaga, I guess, a good mix of sports and an academe as well, because as a student of university, as a student of the Pamantasan ng Makati, she was active in various organizations. Editor-in-chief, she was able to publish its maiden issue at the Makati College. She was also a center of the women's basketball team of the Institute of Education. So hindi lang po siya pang academic education, pang esports pa ho siya. Napaka very accomplished. And I hope the awardees such as Ms. Orea can inspire our alumni, our students to achieve even greater heights as students and alumni of the University of Makati. All right, so now at this point, we come to the final part of the program. We'd like to call officially on stage our new University of Secretary, former head of our Human Resource Management Office, Ms. Juvie Hermosura. Let's give a round of applause to our new University Secretary.
To our guests, the honorees and their families, UMak officials, employees, students, alumni, and friends, good afternoon. This afternoon, we honor 10 men and women who bring tremendous distinction to the university as business, nonprofit, community leaders, and public servants. Through their career achievement and engagement with the university and the community, these alumni have set a standard to which our students and fellow alumni can aspire. They represent the life-changing impact of University of Makati education. Congratulations to them all. Before I go further, I want to recognize the Board of Regents members who are here this afternoon. I also want to recognize our Alumni Association led by Councilor Baniked for their active participation in the activities of our Center for Alumni Affairs. Of course, I commend the CAA, led by Mr. Steve Villacorta, who is just 3 months in his position as director of the center, for being able to realize this prestigious Raha project. For 51 years, University of Makati has provided an exceptional and accessible education to the people of Makati and nearby cities. Today, the university is nationally recognized for providing students with a world-class education and a clear pathway to a career. Enrollment, retention, and graduation rates are increasing. This school year, we had more than 20,000 applicants who registered for admission in college. But we can only accommodate based on our capacity, facilities-wise. UMak is bridging the gap between classroom and career through more than 3,000 student internships and clinical placements facilitated by our industry partnerships. And we continue to receive national and international recognition for our achievements. Just last month, we received the institutional recognition from the Commission on Higher Education, a testament of our program compliance to standards. And just recently, University lands on World University Rankings for Innovation, 186 ranked among global top innovative universities, and ranked 28 among the universities in the Philippines, and the only local university in the list. UMak is an engaged university, fully interwoven in the business, civic, and cultural activities of the city. This engagement is demonstrated by strong and unique partnerships that enable us to work with others, sharing our assets to create new approaches and solutions to challenges facing our community, and creating bridges for our students and faculty to connect to this great city. In short, UMak is providing a pathway for young intellectual capital in Makati and in the country to learn, grow, and thrive. And these students will be our distinguished alumni of tomorrow. Thanks to all of you, and especially this afternoon's honorees, for your support and for helping to make UMak the great university that it is.
Thank you so much to our University Secretary, Ms. Juvie Hermosura. And that actually concludes our program. This is the second Raha Awards, the Remarkable Alumni Heron Awards. And we hope to continue this tradition in the next coming years and hopefully forever to be able to inspire our alumni, our graduates to reach greater heights in their performances, in their successes. So once again, thank you very much. But please do stay a while because we have early dinner prepared by our Center for Alumni Affairs. And I believe we have a bit of entertainment to be provided by our different groups, cultural groups at the University of Makati. So please do stay a while, enjoy the food, and enjoy the entertainment. Thank you very much and see you again next year. you.